There's a lot that we're planning, ne? I'm gonna fill you in off the camera.
Yeah.
But there's one thing that we want actually as Kasi Mayhem is someone who's gonna assist us with making preparations for the event. We've identified the venue, but as sure, because I'm not sure if I should name it because Asifumenanga, but it's somewhere in Khayelitsha. It's a big venue.
Okay.
It's a big venue, so you might know.
Have I been to the venue?
Yeah, I've been to the venue. It's somewhere close to the mall.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have a relationship nabantu bapana abasebenza phana. So now they've asked me to do something. So it's confirmed. So it's confirmed.
Give it to me here. Come on.
Hey, it's your boy Coffee, man. I'm out here in Cape Town. Pole. South Africa, man. It's yet another episode. Before we go into this episode, I would like to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed on our YouTube channel. We're currently on 203 subscribers. You guys made us to reach the 200 mark. Now we're going to road to 500 subscribers with you guys. I'm sure you guys are gonna share this to a lot of people so that to make sure those numbers are growing. To those brands out there, man, come through, collaborate with us. Make sure you email us at thekasimayhamtv@gmail.com. Make sure you like our Facebook page. We're currently on 1.6k followers, my faith to say pop ngoku. Otherwise silapha ngoku siswam.
Email and I'm for a collaboration.
Nice. Otherwise, right? Right now, man. I'm so happy that you're finally here.
Guys, is walk in a pool and one
Famous.
guys.
Yo, last time, when you were in the platform, Sisaivu, like Asimayhem with Uyaz Toluba, we had an issue, sound. So we couldn't proceed with the episode, but it's on our archives.
Okay.
So somewhere, somehow, I was feeling that the special juice, I was eating
behind the scenes.
Yeah, understand why it's so happy because some of your shorts were in the intro, the first intro. So I'm sure people were wondering, but in the episode and alone, but siyabona ngathi why interviewer. So guys, kwenzeka londo, but when we have probably Patreon, we're on Patreon, we're gonna give out some extras per Italian, so we keep them. They are safe. Tell us this one, like for people who are watching right now, abangakwazi from A to Z.
Sure.
According to the what I know is what I know.
You know enough.
Yeah. For people who are watching out there and they're wondering, pink lipstick, pink head.
Guys, it's all for Mayhem TV. Igama Busiswa, Luchaba Khayelitsha. I'm a mom. I am a businesswoman. I'm a life coach, guys. I'm a life coach. I'm a certified NLP practitioner.
Oh yeah.
And I'm all for township development.
Talking about township development, I remember my first solo gig. I was part of a band called Free Spirits, and we used to perform predominantly around town, UWC, UCT. But when I went solo, my first ever gig was in Khayelitsha, Lookout Hill, booked by Busiswa. And I was with Ubuntu, one of my friends, brother actually. We were both impressed by everything, the decor, the artist, the band. CTV was also there. Like,
you're taking me back, yes? It was such a long time ago.
And I was like so surprised that for my first solo gig, I'm on TV, man. Like one big TV. You see what Blue Space Communication does, guys. And I appreciate that because from then that cool and became who I am. And
I'm on the couch, huh?
Yeah. And something, guys. And from back on the spot to Swam, but yo, we had the shout. I like. On the DMs, guys, like I love how you prioritize umsebenzi wakho, and I love how you make sure your into yakho it's like a game, yeah, bo. Tell us about establishment, Blue Space, and how it came about.
So Blue Space was formally registered in 2015. Of course, at the time, I was not necessarily thinking as a business person. I've always been a creative, right? And of course, I was working for about 10 years in the customer services space, and then I got retrenched. And then and then what am I going to do with my time, right? What I know is that I don't want to go back to a call center ever, right? What I don't know though is that I'm a business person. I've always just been a creative. So I have these big ideas, and a friend says to me, then just register this thing formally. And I'm like, a business, you know. He's like, no, just register, Nyan. So Blue Space Communications was birthed. Why Blue Space? It was a very, business is a very personal model to me. Maybe at the time too, also, because I was very involved in events, right? I attended a lot of events in town that were appealing to me at that particular time. But I was bothered because as the events that took place in town, they were not held at Lukshin. And usually it was people from the township that would be hosted. Like now you always performed in town because your own township didn't value you at that particular time, and maybe they were not exposed to you. So I wanted to create a space for creatives to be celebrated. That's it. Through what? Through events and dialogue. And that's how Blue Space was birthed.
So at that time, like in your space, where were you in terms of like financially, spiritually? Because you have to be like, and mentally, were you ready to start a business? And like, what shift did the business bring?
So a business, I think also remember I said when I started operating, it wasn't necessarily a business. It was just me doing what I am passionate about. So it's always been based on passion. It's always been based on commitment and what I want and what do I want to see in a township, right? And financially, of course, I was unemployed, Coffee. You know, I didn't have imali engenayo. It was all just about passion. And it just took one person to say, make it formal. And then, of course, I need to start to think like a business person, right? I need to profile the business. I need to profile myself as a brand so that I learn the ins and outs of the industry. And at that time, PR was a niche, particularly in black townships. So, of course, like I said, I didn't necessarily get income. I didn't know my headspace at the time. I didn't know if I was ever going to go back to corporate, but what I knew was that this thing, I enjoy what I'm doing. And it didn't have any long-term plans to it at that particular time.
I want you to take me through the structure, say Blue Space, and what Blue Space really does, like what you do for a client and how far you can go.
Okay, so we are a virtual boutique, and I am myself alone is buying into the whole virtual boutique thing, because when we started, of course, we didn't have an office. Because Tina, traditionally, you want to go to an office, you want to walk in, address. And I've been doing a lot of things without meeting abantu physically, right? I could do something for you that's amazing in the physical space, and that's what I continue to promote. I don't like meetings. because meetings waste time. I have to travel.
Yeah,
You understand that? Let's just send an email.
Yeah.
Let me invest. Let's use this time for me to invest in me actually doing the work. So of course we're a PR boutique coffee. We help businesses connect with their markets. Ne? You might get most business means your music. I'm your target market because I listen to your music, right? And also Usambro is your target market. So we connect clients with their larger market segments, be it consumer, be it B2B, which is business to business. And our niche will be growing into strategic partnership where we want to include financial inclusion as part of our niche because we have to make money. I want a house, I want a car, I want this, I want that. So how do we get ourselves out of the township?
Kahle. I want to ask you this question. I think it's out of blue space communication, but at the very same time I think it might affect it somewhere somehow about growth Khayelitsha in this past 5 years. Like what is your take? Like now see like amazing things happening.
So we are weighing 5 years, and also we are weighing March 2020, and that's the lockdown, right? And so we have a lot of new businesses that have been launched during lockdown, and we're not actually necessarily talking about Khayelitsha alone, but we're talking about South African townships here, because that's my involvement. Khayelitsha, of course, I have a business, and that's virtual, but there's almost because in Khayelitsha, but I don't want to be seen that way, right? Because the impact time across the Khayelitsha, but it's across the border, of South African townships as a primary. We have a hotel coming. There's a hotel that's launching soon.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, Khayelitsha is recognized as the entertainment hub of Cape Town Township. And we cannot deny that, right? We have a lot of variety. Of course, we are hoping to continue to develop and grow. But I personally feel it's amazing how lockdown, or COVID-19 rather, introduced thinking Spain. People are thinking, guys. Abantu bayacinga ngoku. Abantu they realize the importance of having more than just one income stream. And for me, I think it's amazing. Bana senabantu bana ngoku ungaphangela today, walk out and come back, and you won't necessarily have a job anymore. And that's just how things are. It's not a you thing, a personal this thing. It's just how things are. Or how things can be. Right? And so for you to come home and think, kanene kule 5,000 yam ndifumanayo ngenyanga, what can I do to get any money? So the growth is there. We can't deny growth as a Khayelitsha, and we can't deny the growth of other townships around Cape Town and South African townships overall.
Talking about other townships, I'm happy that I was one of the people communicating with you, linking you up with Ilumkile's book joint. I was asked to contact you, and fast forwarding from that time till now, I'm happy of the things that have been created because a space of time. Tell me about the collaboration, from when it started till now, the growth and everything.
So Upulumkile reached out to me last year, right? And I was busy with exams, like I just didn't have time. But I understood the vision, and of course I was seeing pictures shared, and I was like, this is amazing for a township, right? Of course I got into the space physically around November when I was done with my exams, and of course I loved the space. I think what Upulumkile is doing with the book jam is amazing. And personally, when I look at the book joint, I would actually like to see is the book joint. I want a book joint in Soweto. I want a book joint somewhere in the Eastern Cape. I'm not sure if it can be duplicated, but what he's doing is it's quite amazing for townships, because sometimes you really don't feel like music or ungqolayo. You just want to sit comfortably, have your wine or have your coffee or have your tea or whatever, and just grab a good book, right? Of course, we've contributed as Blue Space over the last year in terms of consulting. So we're just generally consulting. Ilumpile's book joint, of course, Ilumpile's has his own ideas about Ilumpile's book joint, and we're just facilitating the growth. And I'm quite happy where the brand has gone or has grown between that time and my contribution.
No way. Take me through the preparations of your launch. I feel like that was the biggest milestone for a book joint. Take me through the processes. Was it easy or like?
I wasn't part of the meetings because the
Okay,
meetings
okay.
were like every single Sunday, and I excused myself. But I attended one big meeting with the team. So they've been meeting for about 2 months every single Sunday, building up to the launch, right? Of course, game night, I played it by ear. You know, he would update me and stuff. And I mean, the team came through, you know. Also remember, ulendo ye levels. The 1 minute we were on level 3.
Yeah.
You know, so we were like, what if, you know? So, but we didn't cater for that kind of room, you know. So there was just no room not to have the launch at that time. And the launch happened on the 26th of September. Beautiful launch, beautiful, absolutely stunning.
I missed out, man. I was in Khayelitsha.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was
I was in
beautiful. It would
Khayelitsha.
have been nice to see you perform there as one of the recipients. But next time.
Next time. I'm sure Book Joint always delivers when it comes to the
Definitely.
events.
Content worthy.
Yeah. Tell me, being involved with Driemanskap, like being up and close with them and working with them.
20th
How's
anniversary. It's a humbling moment because remember, we have it Driemanskap that's hyped up. You know, we have the group, and then we have the individuals.
Yeah.
And then we have the interactions, right? So, of course, it's always about udibana Driemanskap ewe, but also udibana nabantu abathathu kanye nabantu abayi-4. You know what I mean? So it's always about ngubani ngoku. Is it a Driemanskap ngoku, or is it the individuals?
Yeah.
So it's always like land yoba, but we are all brands.
Yeah.
But who makes things happen? It's not necessarily brands, but it's people. So we always have to weigh. Man, guys, I call Driemanskap ngoku. We're dealing we're dealing with human beings.
That's how I felt every time when I was there, like from meetings to me jamming with Udha. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, well,
I think it all just goes back to that. Noba udibana ne-CEO yaphi, but udibana nomntu, udibana notata womntu, no, udibana nomama womntu, udibana nosista womntu okanye ubrother womntu, but udibana nomntu outside of Mayhem TV, udibana no-Coffee.
Yeah.
The person.
People when they see me like,
Yeah. But
now
ngumntu.
I'm very cool. I'm very chilled. I'm very super chilled.
And it's funny.
Kuthiwa ndi modest.
You're funny.
Let's talk about the main reason why you are here. The 1st of December. Tell the people what's
1st of
happening.
December, just a few days away. So we are launching our website on the 1st of December. It's a big deal to me because Saqawa a website, of course, after 6 years. So it's like a birthday. Plus gift, right? So we're launching on the 1st of December. We're probably gonna do something, smaller nyana thing, because we're gonna be there.
Yeah.
You know, and we just onboarded a young gentleman by the name of Ulunga. He's gonna be handing out design and copywriting. So I'm really excited because he seems very committed. You know, he is for Blue Space, and I want to build a team of abantu that understand what they bring, that understand what Blue Space is all about. So andifuni umuntu ozayo ozokhangela. Ndifuna umuntu ozaziyo, you know, this is what I want. I want to be part of this thing.
Yeah.
So we're launching on the 1st of December, going live. Of course, I'm working with a bunch of incredible developers. I met them through the book joint.
Yeah.
So they facilitating the web portal and
Or the same guys who did the Apple.
The app,
Yeah. That's also another great thing
Who
that
are
happened,
dancing.
man. App got Nate. Guys, check out the app got Nate. Nate
Nate
when's I art, bruh. He's been supportive for making sure that Ikasi Mayhem is where it is right now. Abanda Bafana no Nate, Abanda Bafana no Moon, Gigi Martin, Sunday, and all of those guys. They helped this platform to be here today. So
Abantu bakaSisibuse, guys.
no, this is for you. Upetere, man.
Disclaimer.
The person who really claims them. Wow, this is for Papa Bandwana Bam. If you winning team. I want to ask you this thing. Sanuti kata kumentloko, but bike kata before, ne? But I'm like, okay, let me ask you on camera.
Okay.
Because you were talking about 6 years without a website, and I was like, hey, kanene sigqiba unyaka thina officially ngo May as Ikasi Mayhem.
Next year.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like officially registered. So there's a lot that we're planning, ne? I'm gonna fill you in off the camera.
Yeah.
But there's one thing that we want actually as Ikasi Mayhem is someone who's gonna assist us with making preparations for the event.
Oh, cool.
We've identified the venue, but as sure, because I'm not sure if I should name it because asifumenanga, but it's somewhere in Khayelitsha. It's a big venue.
Okay.
It's a big venue, so you might know.
Have I been to the venue?
Yeah, I've been to the venue. It's somewhere close to the mall.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have a relationship nabantu bapana abasebenza phana. So now they've asked me to do something. So it's confirmed. So it's confirmed.
Talking to me here. Come on.
For me, I felt like it's a perfect venue in terms of the area. You understand? I wouldn't lie. Of course, we have followers around Cape Town, but predominantly Khayelitsha. You see what I mean? You see, and I had that exactly la vision. You understand? So, and then in effect, in terms of the transportation, like there's
Quite
access.
accessible.
Yeah, understand. So there's that like event. There's other things that are within the event besides the performances and the other stuff. There's stuff that we're gonna unveil.
Cool.
There's gifts that we wanna give out to an organization. I'm gonna fill you in off the camera, but of course you're approving, ne? Guys. Yeah, approve on camera.
But for you, I always come through. So
Away.
I see got my thought.
Yeah. Because man, like what we're trying to do as Ikasi Mayhem is beyond the podcast, beyond covering events. But I don't normally feel in abantu like kakul, you understand? Especially when you wanna do stuff. You can't just tell everyone, you understand? Because things get sabotaged, you understand? But for someone like you, of course, when we're on the table discussing stuff, we're definitely gonna talk about that. Tell us, man, what are some of the things besides the launch that you're currently working on?
Guys, I'm a life coach. I am a certified NLP practitioner and life coach. When did I get my certification? Last Monday. So I'm quite excited to venture into that space and formalize the business. So if you're looking for a life coach, let's get your goals running.
I had a friend who was a life coach. Tell me, Jens, I'm doing life coach.
So a life coach is not counseling.
Okay.
So I don't deal with trauma and all of those things because that's not my space.
Okay.
So what I do now is I help individuals realize their full potential and their true meaning of life. So that's what I do.
Wow. So
if you want to be amazing, come to me.
utukanifakela ispice ndibe yitho intoni kahua. Yes, kahua.
Ube yiyo. Uyiyo.
It's the only coffee efakwa ispice.
This is what I'm doing now. Ungabiyo, but you are right now.
Pof blueprint ikhona apha for sure.
So I'll be yiyo. You don't become it, you are it.
Already. Just
I
finishing
just gave you a
it.
free session now. So
Yeah.
you don't become, you are.
Guys, book her, man. book her. Like for people who want to venture into like probably PR or like umuntu ufuna ukwenza like something similar to what you're doing and they not sure where to start, so what would you say it's the first step, or what to do like in order to get it going?
I think we spend a lot of time, and this I say this to all my interview engagements. We spend a lot of time planning, right? What do? You in the technical plan, right? What's next? You buy the materials. What's next? You get home to build. So, if anyone wants to start something, they must start, guys. They must just start. Give it a name and give it a color, right? Mayhem TV has an emblem.
Yeah.
Mayhem TV is registered. When you started Mayhem TV, you didn't necessarily have your own equipment. You started profiler, content maybe, but you developed over the months because you can see that this is not the quality of what you want to put out there, you know. And so people must start, guys. Money and resources, people must just start. When you start something, because mentally you have prepared for it, you are going to attract the right people.
You come across as someone who likes to watch like podcast or know those people who love to do motivational talks or TED talks. What are some of your favorite people to watch?
I'm a huge I don't want to say fan. I follow Busiswa quite a lot.
Oh yeah.
He's very unapologetic about what he does, and I follow Gary V a lot. I can't say his surname. I can't pronounce his surname. It's complicated.
Yeah.
And I follow your operas, you know. And I've also learned quite a lot from Ubudlumkile. You understand? And remember, Tina Snalando Yobana, you must have people that will get you in a certain space. I just want to be my first resource before I can have you, before I can have Makolo, before I can have a friend. I need to understand that I have me, I have myself before I can reach out.
That's powerful, man. That's powerful. Talk about Ubudlumkile. Is there any book that you're currently reading? Because I'm question.
Also, this is now Ubudlumkile. I'm reading. Well, I'm not reading, but I'm kind of reading.
Look,
this is a free promotion. I'm reading Ingatika Budlindile.
Okay.
Playbook, entrepreneurs.
Okay. Where is he from?
He's stationed in Joburg,
okay.
but he does come through. So he's put together a nice playbook for entrepreneurs. Of course, the agenda that he's pushing is that fail quickly, fail forward, and then move on from that. So it's a good book.
Is it available online?
Yeah. Take a lot. They can check it out. Linda.com.
It sounds interesting.
It is.
Before we wrap up,
I think I have it in my bag actually.
Oh, you have it in my bag? Mnandineka Umami Wendlela. I'm currently reading that book. Yeah.
That guy, ne?
Look too Fananam.
He's got a book?
Yeah, he's got a book. We did his launch. Guys, check out his launch on our Facebook page.
I know he's into music. I didn't know he has a book.
He has a book, man.
Are you sure? Are you liking the content?
Yeah. Because he wrote some of the book parts of the book when he was in prison. So like every time when I talk to him, even on his event when I was interviewing him, like stories gets super uplifting, man. Like the guy is strong because you can't come from that life and just transact in becoming a good person.
It's good.
So
shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to Mambo Ndlela. As we're closing, what would you like to say to the people who are watching?
I'd like to say to people, they must be fair. They must be kind. And guys, I think it's very important. People must learn their triggers, and must be happy.
Must be happy
and let's be intentional. I think that's important. How do you want to be remembered? So must feel how we want to be remembered.
I don't usually do this. Is there any shout out you wanna?
Shout out. I think I'll
Shout
give a
out to
shout out to
mama.
my beautiful daughter.
No way.
I've got a brainy of a daughter.
No way.
She's beautiful and she's amazing. She's in grade 7, Banyaka, going to prom soon.
No way.
So nzabanga ba mama ba nabantwana ba the prom. And, yeah.
No
And I
way.
tell her that I love her to bits.
So she's going to prom because khona babazalo khona.
No.
Just
I
the
went
time.
to prom.
Yeah,
I went
yeah,
to
yeah.
prom.
I was not gonna go, but
My mom.
that forced.
Yeah,
her.
bana.
My
So-
teacher was like, you my A student. You can't, please.
And also the teachers encourage that abazali
Yeah.
just loosen up.
Because something that people don't know about me, like I'm a good academic. Daibalek academics.
Make it count.
Like I'm very great.
Make it
like,
count.
Eskolweni, I was an A student. I never failed eskolweni, and the other talk of failure, like
Make it
at
count.
all.
We have
So
Meher TV now.
yeah, and I just did my project management. So Alivulaga Jake as there's some. What I learned is that don't just go for the paper. You understand? I have the paper, but you never see it around. But what I got Panagla project, I was like,
You're
yeah,
implementing it now,
yeah, definitely.
So you are intentional, see?
Hey,
Feel
life
like
coach. Yeah.
Coach Musi.
Coach Musi. Some Thank you so much, man, for coming
Thank you
through.
for having me.
I was like, yo, I wonder so much, because I'm like, yo, there was a shout or live on camera.
No, I would never do that.
Kalela, no question. This is not a proper question to ask from Tom Dad. But no, I appreciate you so much.
appreciate you
And celebrating, I think 5 years now, 4, 5.
Sisazana? No, but remember when the business started, you were there. When was about we launch? We vineyard. When I launched my vineyard, you are there.
Kaloku ndaxelelwa kwathiwa sisitixo. Ayizobe sisitixweni semoto. Yintoni ezobe sisitixweni semoto?
Kaloku ligama lam. I have my kid.
So familiar.
With in a logo of grapes. Now what I need, I have E. Then just the key holder.
Yeah.
Now I need the key to the vineyard.
Yeah. No, I'm following, guys. So is it only gonna be grapes? Or are you venturing into amaqunube now? So kamaqunube.
Kaloku I need to cater for my people.
So babahle mos.
Hayibo.
Hayi, bubble, man. Ungathuki xa kuthiwa kukhona i-blue bubbles.
Guys,
Blue bubbles. Ade? They khona.
blue without the E, I ask most.
Of course, Kaloku, it's Busiswa Luchaba. There you have it, guys, from her, man. I'm so privileged. And Funokoga, guys, this one is my favorite. Nah? Yeah, let's take it up. Please make sure you share this one. There's a lot you can learn from Losisi. Make sure you contact her. Blue Space, the email.
Facebook, yeah. Facebook and Instagram, Blue Space.
Yeah, on the description you're gonna see contact zakhe zonke,
In the website.
the emails and everything. Website link is on Money Popper upper phezulu. Yamazi YouTube. Yeah, Popper. Thank you so much, man. That means you are true mayhem okoba ufike kule ndawo and you are patient with us. It's your boy Koff, man. I'm out here in Cape Town. Ekukuleta Barcelona machocho bengla ukine Pole. South Africa, man. We out. See you. Good lunch.